at all.
I don't, man. I don't know. How do you say it then? Fuck.
Defibrillator.
Shit like it even matters. It's some stupid shit that brings you back to life when you die twice in the game.
It's magic.
It's stupid because I can't say it. I hate things I hate things I cannot understand. So
you see that's their argument, right? Like, oh, we just intentionally made it hard. It's like, if you're not going to have a working autosave system, they don't fucking have it then. But they do. They're just like, it's just so fucking far apart.
Yeah, you just turned into Hitler, man.
Die Scheiße kommt von Juden.
This is awesome. Angry Nick, man. I love it. Keep in mind that I'm insulting you a few times just so I can make you angry, because this is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen, man.
Shut off, man, okay? I'm trying to drink my cider just to calm me down.
You know what, though? Now, here's the criticisms of the game besides the story. I mean, they have some other modes of gameplay. Now, I was talking about this game before it came out, saying, oh, it's going to be kind of like Deus Ex Human Revolution, in that you're going to have like certain RPG elements introduced and you're going to have your own style of playing. And they were saying that before. Hey, if you want to do some driving and play that way, you can do that. If you want to play with turrets, or if you want to have robots, what do they call those little robots, sentry robots following you around, you can do that. You can actually play in stealth mode. And it's like, there is no fucking stealth mode in this game. I tried, man, I was behind shit. They could not see me. I was sneaking around quiet, inching my way towards an enemy, and no matter how much.
There he is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were like,
I smell him.
you know, it's like, come on, man. There is no fucking stealth mode in this game.
Or if you do manage to sneak up on a guy, even if you shoot him with, like, you throw a wing stick at him or you shoot him with the crossbow, the first thing he does is go, ugh, and then everybody's like, what was that? And they run over and start shooting you.
And yeah, that's the thing, man. They give you weapons that you can use as stealth weapons. It's a crossbow, and they give you wing sticks. Wing sticks are
that's the glaive from Kroll.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It's a boomerang pretty much. Yeah, it's from Kroll, and it's
a floaty. What was that called?
No. Anyway, you use those to sneak up on enemies and hopefully take them out. I could do that probably about twice in this game. Every time I did it to somebody else, somebody'd be like, "I heard something. That man's head is off," and they come chasing after me, and there just is no real stealth mode in this game. This is a shooter all the way through. Don't let them tell you anything different. That's what this is. The driving in the game, there's about 2 times in the game where you actually have to drive. I mean, actually have to compete in like races to gain some sort of monetary fund to build up your car. And the other times you drive around the wasteland shooting mutants, and they're not a big part of the game. They try to make a big deal out of taking out mutants in the wasteland when you're driving. If you just drive fast, you can get away from them. You don't have to do that stuff. So that's not, all these other things are just, optional, and they're not that big of a deal.
It's beneficial, though, to do so, because you get those race points you can use to upgrade your car, which in the later levels of the game, it starts to get really hairy when the other cars start shooting rockets at you.
Well, I did that, but I raced in certain competitions, I did that kind of thing when I had to actually get another car. On the Wasteland, I shot some mutants because you get money for it, but I never felt like it was absolutely necessary that I do it every time I go out there. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of little belt. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
I just wanted to say the driving was fun, though. I mean, I thought it was really well put together. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it was really simple and fun, and there's a lot of peripheral stuff that's not necessary to the game, but really enriches it. I mean, I had no idea going in that there was going to be lots of racing, like Twisted Metal type racing with rockets and miniguns and everything. And then you've got card games, like you're playing, post-apocalyptic Magic.
Yeah. I'm not, the criticizing of the driving. I just thought it would be a more important element in the game, and it wasn't. A lot of Jeff himself described this as a cross between what do you call it,
Fallout and Borderlands.
And there's certain elements of that in there. But like I said, those other things, the driving that they do have in there. You're right, Kevin. It is a lot of fun. It's well put together, and I love driving around the wasteland and looking at all the desolation everywhere. It was fun. I just didn't feel like it was necessary all the time.
That's the whole thing about the game, is that it is a really well executed, unoriginal idea. It is shit you've seen 100 times done really well. I mean, it's like, it is Fallout and Borderlands, and it's very derivative. And when you go to Wellspring, it's like you're walking around in Firefly, the TV series.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing about the game. The game is called Rage. And the game is talking about the apocalyptic wasteland and how dangerous it is. And every person you go to, they're like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing today?
Hey, good job.
man. Hey,
Good
that's
job killing
wonderful."
those mutants, man. You want a Hummer?
Yeah. Everybody is so fucking happy, man. And that's another thing about the story in the game. It's like,
You know why though? Because you're the fucking errand boy. So like, hey, nice to do. Do you want to, grab me some milk and stuff, or help me fix my car? No, that's why. Because they're like, as soon as you're gone, they're like, this stupid son of a bitch.
Oh, no, hey, man.
I'm not even paying him.
yeah, you're like, "Hey, man, I heard on your way to kill some mutants, you're going to be stopping by the 7-Eleven. Why don't you pick me up a slushie and bring it back when you're on your way back in?" Yeah, he has some lotto tickets and a pack of smokes. So, you don't mind, do you? Okay. And everybody in the game, this is actually, for a game that has a mature title with all the blood and the guts and some foul language in it. I mean, the story and the characters play out like something that you would find in a game suitable for a teen. Everybody's so happy. Everybody's like so cheerful. Everybody's like, "Hey, you accept this mission? Okay." Maybe one or two characters are a little bit of an asshole, but other than that, everybody's pretty cheery. And I have to say, these kind of games, when you have to go and talk to different NPCs about what you have to do, nothing bothers me more in a game than when hours upon hours have passed and that person is in that same fucking spot that you see them in all the time. Like, they don't go anywhere. It's like, damn it, your boots nailed to the floor with your feet in it. I mean, because that person is there all day long. And that's another part of the game. It would be nice if there was some sense of day and night, and there isn't. You go hours playing the game and it's always daytime unless you go to an area where it's affected by radiation or something and it's a little
It's
darker.
like my dog. I come home and he's still standing by the front door. I've been there for 8 hours. And at once you think, I should go over and lay on the couch.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, all of that aside, I have to say this is one of those games where I'm not excusing it for its problems, and I wish it had been a better story, because I love apocalyptic settings, especially when you have deep characters to just make the setting that more enriching. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't lie and say that I didn't have fun playing this game. When I was actually going around shooting stuff, I was having a blast, man, and I just couldn't wait to get to the next. I was like, I didn't care about the story after a while. Like, people say, "Hey, buddy, could you go and get?" Yeah, man, okay, go get your fucking rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
When I was playing the game, I found out that if you walk far enough away from the NPCs, they'll stop talking. But then when you go back up to them, they'll say the next thing. So I would talk to the people who are trying to give you quests, and it's like while they're talking to you, just slowly walking away from them, and finally they're like, "Oh, I guess he's gone," and then you walk back in. Oh, wait, Yeah.
yeah. That's what I did too.
Doing that to Nick at Spill.con.
Dude, you saw me at Spill.con. I was a fucking legend then.
Damn, yeah, you were.
No, but I did want to say, though, that we've talked on different podcasts, we've talked before in different reviews about shooters that don't do anything different, and I felt that this game did enough different. Like, the way the enemies moved was challenging, the amount of damage they took was more than you see in a normal game. The different types of ammo you can put in your gun, the different types of things that you can use to kill enemies. It's just, there was a real sense of diversity to the action that you were doing. So it wasn't just, here's my machine gun, I'm going to shoot everybody until the end of the game. Some enemies need shotguns, some enemies need special shells.
Some enemas need...
Some getting choked up. It's
Some
a game.
enemies need enemas.
Yeah, I like I said, it's gameplay that matters, and I would say, unless you're Nick, I'm glad to have bought the game. I will go back and play it again when I just get bored. It's one of those few games where I'll pop it in just because I just want to shoot something. I'm frustrated. I just want to see somebody go down like a fucking rag doll when I blast them. So yeah, I'd buy this game, man.
I'd say that the multiplayer could have been a little bit better, just to extend the life of the game a little bit further. But there's so much to do in the world that, yeah, it's definitely worth a buy.
I really thought the multiplayer was pretty robust. I was surprised. I mean, there's a lot of like Twisted Metal / Mario Kart battle mode type stuff, where you can go around and collect the meteorites that fall to the ground and return those to certain goals for points. And you've got some co-op missions and stuff like that. Strangely, no deathmatch, though.
Yeah,
I really didn't understand that. But yeah, I thought that I was really surprised by this game, because I was expecting just some single word title id bullshit where you're running around just blasting stuff with a gun, and you are, but it actually, I think, does that, executes that formula really well. It's nothing new. It's the Fallout 3 environment, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. And I think it was just about seamlessly executed. So, yeah, I'd give it a full price.
Yeah, the game's really tight. It has a lot of good things going for it. I'm not as completely gushing because I wish it would have been a little bit more original at times. I think it does a lot of things right, and there are some. I think some of Nick's complaints are justified too. When you go out and you buy a game brand new, full price, you want it to perform properly. And I mean, on the PC, there are still some issues on it. So I kind of give it like a low buy.
Well, I think for its like unbelievable lack of story, forgettable characters, boring quests, and a broken save system, and the stupid texture pop-ins. Yeah, I give it full price. No, what do you think I'm going to say? I'm giving it this a fuck you.
No, I would not allow that. I would not allow that. There's some elements. Come on, Nick, there's not one thing that you liked about this game. Not one.
No, not one thing, man. This pus-drinking, fat back-sucking, motherfucking piece of shit game. Fucking die.
Wow.
Sucking, testicle shitting. Where does he get this?
Is there some kind of some kind of British slang dictionary that has the profanity none of us have ever heard?
I'm sorry, man. This pisses me off. Normally, I'm a very polite Brit until I play this game. Yeah.
Rage untethered, the soul is stony desert. I'm afraid I might fade away. Dreams slip down beyond